Welcome to Fridays. Well, it's not Fridays, but today is Friday. Come on in, good people. Happy Friday. Or as they say, Friday. Okay, so without further ado, because I actually was filming and someone called and knocked me off, so let me just not give all the hoorah ha ha and just go into the video. So I will be reviewing Sistas season 4 episode 2, and when I went to look up the title, it just said episode 2, so I don't know what that's about, but hey, let's get it. So okay, so last week it ended with the lady coming in saying Hayden was found dead or whatever. So, Andi and Fatima was talking, and so she was like, "Fatima, are you okay?" Fatima was like, "Yeah, I'm okay, whatever. I gotta go." So she was like, "Come and sit down. What's going on? Are you okay? Did you have anything to do with it?" And she was like, "No." And she was like, "Did you have anything to do with it? Tell me now so I can help you if by chance you did." She was like, "No, Okay, so she leave. So Andi calls Zach. She was like, "Zach, call me back ASAP. It's an emergency. Call me back." Okay, so it goes to his voicemail. And so Fatima leave or whatever. Karen comes to the shop, and when I say it's a shop full of people, I mean it's a shop full of people. Like I haven't seen this many people in her shop since season 1, right? Oh, I'm sorry. So shop full of people. So I love Pam. So Pam reaches out and she informs her that Isaiah got closed down. Someone dropped a dime and to the health department, and they closed down his shop, his impromptu shop in his mama's basement. And so now all the people are back at Karen's hair mastery or whatever it said. Okay, so business is booming. Danni is she's at work, and she's keeping an eye out on the guy because she feel like he's trying to traffic a minor. So he was sitting there, and as the people came off the plane, he goes up to get this this young girl, and Danni was like, "No, she's not going. She's not going anywhere with you." And so he was like, "What are you talking about?" So then I guess the security officer or whatever come, and she was like, "He is trying to traffic a minor or whatever." And he was like, "You don't know what you're talking about." And the girl was standing there like she was literally, crying, like something wasn't right. So the guy take off and run, and Danni takes off behind him and take her shoe off and hit him in the back of the head and knock him out. So her and the security officer run and get the guy, and the security guy was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And the security guy was like, "I'm talking to him." She was like, "What are you talking to him for?" So they get up and walk the guy back because they evidently called the police. And she tell the young girl, she was like, everything is gonna be fine. Okay, so Danni. Okay, so back at the bank, what's her name? Sabrina and Maurice was talking or whatever, and so he was just talking all crazy or whatever because he is mad at her. And he was talking all crazy, and he was like, "Just go help the customers or whatever." And so because he had told, he was like, "I know you know who it is. Who is he? Who is this dude or whatever?" So he goes home, and what's his name? Calvin was like, because Calvin told him, he said, "You might want to get you a drink." He was like, "Who is this dude, that you were trying to hook me up with? Who is he?" And he was like, "Just, Maurice, just somebody, just my friend. And I feel like, you guys will hit it off." So he said, okay, so do you still not want the drink? So Maurice drink he takes the drink, and he's like, I gotta hide my hair. He was cracking jokes and stuff like that. And so eventually, ring, 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 the dude, his friend come over. Well, looking at his friend, I could tell Maurice, he liked the more manly man. Like he was more like Calvin. So Maurice was like, who is this? And hello, basically he was saying, hello, we kind of want the same thing. So what are we gonna do together? And he was like, Maurice. And Maurice was cracking out these jokes and being rude. And he was being very rude. And the man's name was Lass. And he kept calling him everything but Lass. Lance. He called him he called him every name that started with an L but Lass. So Lass go and he sit down and they talking or whatever. Maurice was like, and I get it. Basically, how did you figure he would be my type? Because you know what type of man I like, or at least I thought you did. So why would I want someone, feminine like myself? So Maurice was making a whole big joke about it. Okay. So Andi called and Zach answered. So she was like, send me the location. No, she was like, where are you? And he said, I'm at the house. She said, send me, text me your address. I need to come over there and talk to you about something. And he was like, what's going on? What's it, is it Hayden? And he was like, he better not do nothing to Fatima or I kill him. She said, don't say that, And she was like, Hayden is dead. And she was like, dead? He said, are you kidding? And he was like, no. She said, no. And it was like, no, I'm not kidding. He's dead. So, he was like, well, I know you don't think I did it. And so, he's supposed to text over his address. So, Fatima comes and Zach is like, what's going on? What's going on? And so she was like, she wanted to talk about everything but Hayden. And so he was like, no, what's going on? We're not going out to eat. We're not taking a look around a house. What is going on? And so Andi walks in, and so, she was like, you both are going to jail. You both are going to jail. He was like, I didn't do nothing. Zach said, I didn't do anything. And so she was like, so Fatima was like, he is not dead. Okay? I got in his car, and I put on my knuckles, and I two-pieced him. I hit him in the nose, hit him in the mouth. So her and Zach high-fiving each other. And she was like, what? And she was like, yeah. So he hit me. And I wanted him to hit me. And she showed her side of the face. She said, I know tomorrow by this time it's going to be bigger. He hit me. And then, my nose is so dry, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. He hit me. And then I had my boys beat him up. And she was like, that's not it, though. That's not it. And they beat him up, but they didn't kill him. And then they took his clothes off and put him on the hood of his car naked. And her and Zach, and Fatima and Zach high-fiving. And what? It don't get no better. It don't get no better. And Andi was having a whole fit. She was like, what? And she was like, oh, everything you said is illegal. She was like, yeah, he's not dead. He's all right. He just won't die. He's like a cockroach, just won't die. And Fatima and Andi was looking like, I don't even know you. Like, I don't even know you. Like, what is going on? So she was like, I'm going to go. She was like, Zach, are you going to be okay? Basically, she was asking, are you going to be safe here with her? Or are you going to be safe here with Fatima? Because I don't know who this woman is. Harper, who's this woman? And Zach was like, I found she is the one. She is the one. This is my soulmate right here. This is my soulmate right here. So she was like, and they was like, you sure you don't want to take a tour? And I was like, no. She said, Fatima was like, well, you're welcome to come by. And it was like, Andi was trying to get out because she was like, I don't even know who this person is. So Karen was at the shop and she was doing this lady's hair. one of her clients' hair. And so the lady was like, she met this guy and, he's going to meet her. He was a white boy. He was country. And she was like, well, what is his name? She was like, I don't remember his name. Can you ask for his name? Because I told him to meet me here instead of at my place. And so Karen was like, well, that was smart. And so, guys, I don't want nothing on my face. Y'all already know. And so, she said, okay, so Karen goes and she calls Danny. And she was like, Danny, one of my clients is meeting this guy, going on a date with this guy, this big country white boy. And she was like, why are you telling me? You want me to see that? You miserable and you want everybody to be like that? She was like, no, Danny, that's what we do. We tell each other. She was like, I don't want to see that, and hung up the phone. Well, she calls and tells Andi, because Andi had left. She was going home. Karen had called her. I'm thinking at this point, Karen is probably going to tell her that maybe she's pregnant, because she was like, what are you doing? And she said, I'm on my way home. And, she said, well, I need to make a stop, which means she was going to go over talk to Zach and Fatima. And then she was going home. She said, good, because I want to talk to you. She was like, something wrong? She was like, no, I just want to talk to my friend. So I'm thinking at this point, maybe she's going to go ahead and reveal that she's pregnant. And so she's walking. So Karen goes home. No, not Karen. I'm sorry. So Andi goes home, and there's a car parked in her spot. So she get out the car. She's like, I can't believe this. It was like a blue Rolls Royce. It was nice. And so she goes to get a pen and put a note on the car, and here comes Gary, and he was like, don't do that. That's your car. I bought you that car. She was like, why would you buy me a car? $500,000 car. And what are those bags? Oh, those are all the designers that you like, and you have $1 million worth of jewelry. And she was like, you trying to buy me? He was like, I want to win you back. And she was like, it's too late. I think her nose is open with Robin. I think she's thinking her and Robin might give it a go. That's what I'm thinking. So, he was like, I'm going to win you back. She said, it's too late. So she was like, here, take your car. And he said, I don't want the car. And so he walks away. And so she take a picture, send it to Karen. Karen calls her, and she was like, what is that? And she was like, a car that Gary bought. And he refused to take it back. And what is the stuff in the bag? She said, $1 million worth of jewelry and designer clothes. And she was like, wow, he's trying to win. He's really trying. And she was like, so you going to take him back? She was like, no, no, I'm not going to take him back. I don't know. Really, I don't know. So I'm not going to say, I don't know, because I'm thinking she's really feeling Robin. That's the only reason I think she won't take him back, because you guys know she up and down with Gary. So maybe something changed. I'm not for sure. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, because Karen had told her, why would you do that? And so when Karen had called to tell Danny about it, she said, well, no, I'm sorry. When Karen called and told Andi about it, Andi was like, no, I wouldn't have did that either. Like, I wouldn't have told her that. And she was like, but that's what we do, And so Danny shows up. So Karen at the shop, she's getting ready to go, whatever. Danny shows up. Preston shows up first. She's through with the girl's hair, and she's talking. I'm thinking, okay, so Preston never met Karen? I'm thinking evidently not, because you would think he would remember the name of the salon. Like, you wouldn't go meet somebody at the salon if you knew that was Karen's salon. So I don't think Preston met Karen. Okay. So then, so they got ready to go, and Danny walks in. So he turned around and he was like, Danny, So I don't know. So I'm thinking, okay, so you giving her a taste of her own medicine, right? Because next week she's supposed to be asking him, oh, so you just going out on dates or whatever. I don't know, because I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way, guys, because I felt like Preston really, loved Danni. I really did. I believe he loved her. And how could you be so quick to go out with somebody else? I don't know. I'm thrown for a loop on this one, guys, because I just don't know. So what I'm trying to figure out now. Oh, because when Fatima, Andi, and Zach was talking, Fatima said, we can't get caught because there are no cameras. And then Andi spoke and said, remember when all this stuff happened? I requested cameras be put in. So Fatima was thinking there wasn't cameras. Andi said, no, I requested cameras. So again, I already told you guys, I feel like Tyler Perry, they're going to finagle Zach out of that. Some kind of way they're going to finagle him, clean up out of that madness. So, we shall see. But that was season 4, episode 2 of Sisters. And that was everybody. I hit on Danni, I hit on Preston, I hit on Andi, Sabrina, Maurice with his crazy self. I hit on everybody. Okay? And that was Sistas season 4, episode 2. I will see you all in my next video. Sean's Journey out.